Welcome to PBR TV. In this episode, what will finally be tackled is one of the biggest questions asked about PBR's roster, that being, why the inclusion of Sonic the Hedgehog? Without further ado, let's get into it.
Anytime you want a rematch, just let me know. I'll be waiting.
Hey Sonic, wait up!
First thing that's best to go over is what exactly is PBR in regards to PlayStation All-Stars 2. PBR, or PlayStation Battle Revolution, is the maximum potential of a PlayStation All-Stars game through unlimited roster size and open-minded approaches to character inclusions. These open-minded approaches are not all-inclusive, so that, for example, characters aren't deemed viable merely based on having a game on PlayStation when it isn't PlayStation-oriented. There are very few exceptions, all with reasons. At the end of the day, it is unrealistic, but flexes the strengths of PlayStation's possibilities as a whole, even if the roster were less than half the size, with a colorful cast of unique characters from games that are loved worldwide. Details of its gameplay concept can be found in the description below. With that out of the way, let's get into the Blue Hedgehog. I'll first detail why he is in PBR, then what this Sonic is based on, because it likely isn't the Sonic you're thinking about. Out of the hundreds of characters in PBR, Sonic is one out of two characters considered to be a very special guest. Sonic has roots that predate PlayStation, however, when it comes to Sega and Sony themselves, it's a far different story. There have been discussions in the past between the two companies about teaming up to beat Nintendo. At one point, it was a done deal in the making, with Paramount almost selling Sega to Sony in the 80s. This didn't occur due to an unfortunate heart attack from the negotiator representing Paramount. Later on, what was discussed was Sega becoming more software-based because they had their consoles at the time while struggling, and Sony giving them special treatment when they make their console. This is because it was obvious Sony had them beat when it came to the manufacturing space. In the end, those talks never came to fruition for legitimate business concerns, but top workers from both companies still had close relationships. We were close to a timeline where Sonic the Hedgehog would be exclusively under the PlayStation umbrella. While PBR assesses the outcome of such occurrences, it also weighs the importance of what could have been. Of course, it doesn't stop there. Sonic has been around the PlayStation space since the PS2, debuting with the well-received Sonic Heroes. All three games in the Sonic Adventure trilogy made their way to the PS3, with the third being the first not to appear on a Nintendo console. There are also exclusives in the portable department, with Sonic Rivals 1 and 2, which were under the PSP's greatest hits. This details the reasoning behind Sonic's inclusion. As mentioned earlier, the Sonic that is included in this roster is something a little different than what you might think. One of Sonic's strongest presence in gaming was during the PS2 and PS3's lifecycle. Around that time frame, games such as Sonic Adventure 2, which is considered by many to be the best 3D Sonic game, was mainstream and growing in success. From the design standpoint, this is the base for what the Sonic in PBR is derived from, as opposed to his current design from games such as Sonic Generations and Sonic Forces. When it comes to his moveset, it is not limited to Adventure 2, but also derived from these games: Sonic Adventure, Sonic Heroes, Sonic 06, Sonic Rivals 1 and 2, Sonic Riders, and Zero Gravity. The boost element from Sonic Unleashed is implemented as well. Moving along, there have been concerns that as opposed to Sonic being in a PlayStation All-Stars sequel, it should be Shadow instead. The arguments for this these days aren't very strong, not to say it would be an issue if such a thing did happen. Shadow's sole titular game, Shadow the Hedgehog, is one of the mature Sonic games that fit in with PlayStation's brand at the time, consisting of violence, mild language, and guns. These things are still a part of PlayStation's brand now. However, what really drove this argument was the fact that PlayStation All-Stars was a game on the PS3. The PS3 era saw a massive growth in rated M story-driven games, especially shooters. At the time, they were the most popular mainstream genre and the biggest sell for even casuals, which is why it's no longer a surprise hearing of little kids playing Call of Duty. Because of this scenery, it was believed Shadow would be a better fit rather than Sonic, as we wouldn't want another kid-friendly character like him, who's been beside Mario, running around at the speed of sound against real-life looking characters shooting bullets and being over the top, unless it's Crash, of course. Shadow also does not star in any exclusive PlayStation games, which was always the edge Sonic had. Regarding Super Smash Bros., Sonic's inclusions resemble the rivalry between Nintendo and Sega that has turned sweet rather than bitter or competitive. There was not particularly an argument that said because a third-party character is in Smash Bros., that they cannot be in PlayStation All-Stars. Rather, people simply wanted to be creative in good faith with distinguishing a Sonic character in Smash, with one in All-Stars. Same with Solid Snake, which is actually more justified. Remember, we were close to a timeline where Sonic would be exclusively under the PlayStation umbrella. No matter how you break it down, unless Sony themselves ask for Shadow instead of Sonic when making a sequel, none of the arguments for Shadow excuse Sonic. That being said, there are reasons for why Shadow is included in PBR, but that would be for a page portable related video on PBR TV, no promises. But that's for this video, thanks for watching.